guys, welcome to my updated tattoo tour video. The last tattoo tour that I filmed was 4 years ago. Not only was the quality pretty bad, I think I filmed it on my iPhone, but I've also gotten a few more pieces that I wanted to share with you guys. So I am going to run through like all of my tattoos, even the ones that were in the previous tattoo tour video, just because, like I said, the quality was pretty bad and I wanted to kind of showcase them with better quality. So I'm not gonna go too in depth on the ones that were in my previous tattoo tour, just because I do already have that video, and I'll like link it for you guys if you want to watch that and see like more description of the tattoos that are in my previous ones. I am going to talk a little more in depth about my newer ones just because I haven't shared those on YouTube yet. So if you want to see all of my tattoos and my new pieces, then just keep on watching. Alright, so as for the tattoos that I shared in my previous tattoo tour, first up is my very first tattoo that I ever got. I am going to try to go in chronological order. This tattoo is like on my upper middle back. It's an infinity symbol with the word change in the middle to represent that change is the only constant. My next tattoo that I got was my side piece. It's the only one that I have done in color, and as you can see, it's just the quote, "Happiness is a choice," with like a colored floral border and like a heart shape around it. So the next two tattoos I actually got at the same time. They are the quote that's on my shoulder that says, "You become what you believe," and the moon tattoo that I got matching with one of my best friends. Well, not really matching. She has the sun, I have the moon. So next up, I started my arm, and I actually started my arm in the summer of 2014. So it's been a long journey, like over 7 years of working on it. I still am not finished, but we're getting there. I pretty much just have like filler areas now to work on. So the first tattoo that I got on my arm was my lady that I have on my shoulder area. And then after that, within the same session, I got my moth and the word angel in my kind of like elbow ditch area. Then after that, I got my love letter. And then after my love letter, I got two at the same time again, which was my self-love heart and my dagger. So after I got my dagger and my self-love heart, I ended up taking about a 4.5-year break from being tattooed, but this year we were in the spot to where I could add more pieces to my arm. So now we're gonna get into my newer tattoos. The first one I got after my little tattoo hiatus was my Panther Head. This was the most spontaneous tattoo I've ever gotten. I actually found the tattoo artist on Instagram. I'll leave his link down below. His name is Tim. He works at Amulet Tattoos in St. Petersburg. I just really liked his flash and decided to book an appointment. I showed up and I picked the Panther Head. As I've gotten more tattoos and built up my arm, I wanted to have a pretty good balance of like feminine tattoos with more like masculine tattoos. So I felt like the Panther Head was in a like pretty good spot to kind of like add the more masculine energy. If you feel like you need a meaning, I guess you could say it's to represent my journey into motherhood and becoming the fierce, courageous mom that I am. But in actuality, I just really liked the design and I thought it looked badass. So after my Panther Head, I got my scorpion tattoo. This might be my favorite tattoo that I've ever gotten. It's definitely like one of the most meaningful ones, and I just really love how it turned out. This artist I also found on Instagram. I'll also link down below. His name is Damien and he works out of Rise Above Tattoo in Orlando. I got the scorpion because my son is a Scorpio and I knew I wanted a tattoo to represent him. I love how it turned out. This tattoo actually healed like the best out of any of the tattoos I've ever gotten, which was kind of weird, but I'm not mad about it. So after my scorpion, I ended up going back to Tim at Amulet to get 2 tattoos. Within that session, I first got the back of my arm tattooed. I got it's a hand with a snake going through it, as you can see. So for my serpent hand tattoo, I got it to represent pretty much the whole album, A Different Shade of Blue by Knocked Loose. I knew I wanted something to represent that album because like one of my favorite albums of all time, and it helped me get through one of the hardest times of my life. So I knew I wanted a tattoo to represent that. And there's a song on that album, if you know, called A Serpent's Touch. So I got this tattoo to represent that song and just that whole album in general. Again, with my arm, I wanted a balance of like masculine and feminine, and I feel like that definitely added a little bit of masculinity to the top of my arm. So within the same session, I got my first leg tattoo, which I was kind of nervous about because I heard that leg tattoos, especially the placement that I got it, can be really painful. I guess I haven't talked about pain this whole time, but this session where I got two, I don't know why, but they were like super painful compared to all the other ones I've gotten. I don't know like what happened with that, but anyways, they were really painful. And after I got the back of my arm done, I got my leg done, like I said, and I was just over it, but sat through it, got it done. It's also one of my favorite pieces. So yes, my one and only leg tattoo that I have is, as you can see, a heart with two flowers and a banner that says "Here to Mars." So this is actually kind of a matching tattoo that I have with my husband. The song "Here to Mars" by Coheed and Cambria is kind of like one of our songs. So we both got tattoos that same day that say "Here to Mars." His is in like a UFO spaceship. I'll insert video footage of that here too. So the artist that did my next two tattoos, I have followed on Instagram for at least 6 years, and I've just really loved all her stuff. And I finally was able to get tattooed by her. Her name is Myra O, and she actually works out of her own tattoo shop called Swan Tattoo. I got two pieces from her in one session. The first piece that I got from her was the floral piece that's on my wrist. I knew I wanted to bring some more like feminine energy down there because I have my Panther Head and my Scorpion pretty close to each other, so I knew I wanted to have one of her like signature floral pieces on my wrist, and I really like how this turned out. It's one of my favorite pieces as well. I feel like it just hugs the existing work so nice. And then also within the same session from her, I got my little citrus slice. I got this to represent being born and raised in Florida. With both pieces, like I said, they were filler pieces, so she actually was really accommodating and worked around the previous work that I have there just to fill the space the best that she could. And like I said with the floral one, same goes for the citrus piece. I feel like it just fits the space so good and hugs the previous work in like such a nice way. So that is all of the tattoos that I currently have. As of future ones, I definitely am gonna finish my arm. I have a few awkward spots that I don't know exactly what I want to get and I don't want to rush, so taking a little bit of a break. And my leg, now that I have one piece, it definitely needs some friends down there, so eventually I'll be adding more to my leg. I don't know how much of my leg I want covered, probably the whole thing, but like I said, taking a little bit of a break. So yeah, that is pretty much everything with my current tattoos and my future plans. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to. If you have any ideas what I should put in my awkward arm spaces, leave them in a comment down below just so you can help me with ideas. They're like two of the same shapes, kind of close to each other, so I don't know if I want to do like two big pieces or break it up and do smaller ones. I really have no idea. Besides that, that is all I have for this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.